Good morning, everyone. Well, today we're back with 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And our sketch artist today is Brandi Jo. And she has a kind of central layout here. She has two 3x4s and one 4x6. And then she has a strip of, I was gonna say fabric, nope, paper up here. And then she has one down here. And then she's done like the reverse here, like these two look the same, and then these two look the same. And then her, she's got like spatty bits or like dotted paper there. She's got an embellishment here, and she's got an embellishment under here, or you know, in that little cluster, and then she has her title here, and then she has some tiny words. So that's probably her journaling there. So it's a real simplified, you know, design. So really it's like kind of the sky's the limit, because you know your paper can do all the work, which you're gonna see happen here, because I just love how the paper worked out. Okay, so and this is one I had put together previously in my preparing for the sketches. And so I've got the two smaller ones are just Tegan by herself, and then this one's Tegan and her dad. It's like she had her permit so she could drive to school, you know, if somebody went with her, and then her dad would actually drive back home. So, because he'd be leaving her there, is what I'm saying. And so then I have this one. It's not a 4x6, but because it was a long, tall, I don't know how come it's this shape, but anyhow, that's my picture of her. And I think they're super cute. I mean, she dressed super cute, and then she's got her tennis shoes on always. And I know my friend's granddaughter dressed the same. So this was, and I don't remember what it was. I think it was called, Mint To Be Fab is what the paper collection was. And I think it was Michael's Best Buy. So there's this dot that's got gold foil and then black dots. And this from Paper Pad. And then this was in there, and I decided I was going to use that as one of my other papers, or you know, one of the strips. And then this is one of the strips, and I've decided to cut it off, because this one was already like a part of a, you know, it was already a scrap. That's what I'm trying to say. And so anyhow, I decided I'd cut them down because I like the combo. I might do something like this again. I would just have to find something else for in place of my dot paper, unless there's one in there. So I decided that the other day, well, probably early on, in the sketches, I had done an outline, or I had a diagonal, and I decided to mat around it, and I love that. So I just decided I was just going to do it again. And so I cut this strip off so it's a 1/4 inch narrower. But because I wanted to keep the stripes the same, I decided to cut off 1/8 here and 1/8 there. And the same with the other, both of these, I did that same way. So I'm gonna put this here and just kind of line it up to about 1/8 of an inch on each side. And I'm just gonna guess, but I think it should be fine. It looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this strip. Okay, and let's see, I want not too much of this part showing. Maybe about there. That's about it. I'm gonna get my ruler out here and check it. I mean, it definitely would have been easier not to do it, you know, with the outline, but it's like, I just loved it so much, I thought, I just gotta do it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tuck the other, because I think it'll be easier. Oh, maybe I can do this. I'm gonna just shoot for, shoot for it. Hopefully it works. I already laid it down too much. Okay. I pulled it a little low. Okay. I gotta kind of straighten it out. Okay, I think that looks good there. Okay. Okay, and I think I need to have it go in the same direction. Yep, that'll do it. And straight to me. Okay. And now I don't know if it matters which direction it's going. I'm gonna put it this way because that's the way I had it upside down, right? Okay. And then this will go here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna match them up. And I'm kind of lining this up with the tips of the bottom of the arrows, if that makes any sense. Looks like I need to pull this over. I don't know if it'll go or not. Let's see. But that. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, and then I'm gonna, whoops. I'm gonna catch that T-square with my shirt. Yesterday I was freezing all day. Today it's like I decided I was pretty good as long as I dressed. Yesterday I had on so many clothes trying to stay warm. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot for the center. I think she had her sketch, which now I've totally covered it up, okay? I think she has her sketch, the picture's just a little bit lower, but I'm gonna kind of shoot for the middle just because of my embellishments. Okay, so I need to have it about there. Okay, I can pull it down a little bit more. Okay, that's good there. Okay, and since the car is facing this way, you know, it's like, I think normally I would face things in, but either way she's facing this way the whole time. But this one I'm thinking, if I put it over here, it looks like she's gonna drive over herself, and we don't want her to do that, so I'm gonna put it over here. At least that's my logic on the whole thing. Because if you don't know what direction, you know, you're putting it in, those are the things I look for. Because I actually had the car over here and I thought, something about it looks weird, and I think it was that it just looked like the car was just gonna run over herself. She's gonna run over herself because she's in the car and out of the car. trying to get the same amount of distance between the pictures. I think she has a bigger gap than me, but this is, I think, good there. Okay. Okay, and in one of my swaps, I got this this cute little girl, and she's like a rubber, she's been rubber stamped, and then she actually was dressed and her hair cut out. So it's super cute. Okay, but I feel like they need to have faces, so I'm gonna put a face on her. Let's see, do I want to have a nose first? I'm not gonna make anything real super dark, except for I'm gonna outline her eyes in black. And then I'm just kind of putting a little bit of an eyebrow there, where there would be one. I'm going to put a pupil. And then I'm going to put blue eyes, because she's got blue eyes. Now Tegan's mostly blonde, and she's a little blonder in this picture. And then I had pink, and I'm gonna give her, this girl, some lips. With a little bit of a smile. Okay. I always think these are really cute, but I always think they need a face. And I don't know if it's the intention for it to have a face or not. Okay. And you know, if I can tape, I try to tape as much as possible, because once you glue, you're committed. Okay, I am going to stick some glue on her legs, because I do want her to stay there. I thought it was cute because she's got on, you know, she's got on a navy outfit. This girl's got on a navy outfit. I thought, how appropriate. You just got to use it. And up until, I think this was, they wore a uniform at this school until they get to be a sophomore. Then they can actually wear street clothes, or whatever they call it. Okay, and so I'm just putting her here. Okay, and then I'm going to put on the title, and I'm going to call it Sophomore. I was going to have it be about her driving, but really, you know, it was more about the first day of school. Okay, so, and I already did about her getting her license. So I'm going to put Sophomore right here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the title on there, and since she's driving the car here, I did find a puffy sticker from, what did I find it on? I think it's Happy Hearts, yes. And let's see, I really want it here. And I'm going to just kind of line it up right on top of that stripe there. Okay, I've actually got puffy stickers. I've just got an array of stickers here that I'm gonna use. I've got this golden arrow, and I just thought that would be pretty since we have the gold in the paper. And I haven't decided where I want it, but I want it. So, oops, I grabbed a hold of the picture. Maybe it needs to be here. I know, it seems like it needs to be at the top. Okay, because if you shot an arrow, it would be flying through the air. Okay, so I'm going to just choose right here. Okay, And I think that's all I wanted from this one. And if I can tell where it came from, I'll let you know. I'm not really sure. Okay, and this was the Happy Hearts by Simple Stories. That's where I got the car. And then I've got like a pile of things I was going to use. That one I'm not using. Okay, I was thinking, I'm just kind of grabbing some different things. Is this the one? Did I just like lay stuff on top of the ones I was going to use? I don't know. Oh yes, I'm in the wrong spot. That explains it all. It's all over here. Okay. Okay, and this, I don't know. I'll have to just, if I figure out where they're from, because these are different Simple Stories. One of them is Simple Stories Bloom, and the other one is Simple Stories Bliss. And I'm not sure which is which. But this one had these little butterflies. One's in this pinky peach color, and one is in the green color. And so they're perfect. I thought I would use those. Now, since I got the green card on there, I think I'm going to just stick this up in here. And maybe put this down in here so I kind of have a diagonal. Okay, and I think that's all I'm using from that. Okay, and then I have this one. It says enjoy the ride. So I thought I would put that, maybe I'll just put that right behind the car. And that has a wood grain, and I'll have close-ups of these. And I think that's all I brought from that. Okay. And then I have Inspire. I thought that was good. And let's see. Dream Big was the other one I'm going to use. Okay. So I've got one here, here. So I'm just kind of laying out a triangle of them. I'm going to put Dream Big right up there. And then since she's on her way to school, I thought I would use this little clipboard. And I'm going to kind of put it at a diagonal. And then I have a little spiral notebook that I'm going to put on here. Thought those were cute. And then I have some hearts here that I thought I would just kind of scatter around. And I thought currently loving. Thought that would be cute. So maybe that here. And this is a little puffy sticker, and I think this is from Heidi Swapp. And let's see, this day, since it's the first day of school, I thought that would be cute. And I wanted to bring one more. Oh, enjoy the little things. And then I'm going to use some of those hearts at the end. Okay, so enjoy the little things. And where do I want to put that? If I don't want to cover up the little clipboard, can I slide that down? Probably not now. Okay, enjoy the little things. Maybe I'll put it, as long as I don't cover up her shoes. Enjoy the little things. I think I'll put that there. Okay. It's got a little pencil. I'd kind of like to use that too. I think I'm going to pull this little pencil from that and put it right on the clipboard. And the spiral kind of overlapping them. I think these are actually from, like, for your planners. It was so cute. Okay, and I think I got all the ones I wanted from the Heidi Swapp one. Okay, and then I have this one. It is from Hello Today, Simple Stories. And I don't think I'm using those. Now I've got so many words, I'm thinking, okay, do I want to add? I want to be careful of the words, that I don't overword it. Okay, I do have butterflies, because I was thinking about using some of these. Maybe I'll just go right into the stickers and be done with it. We do have these cute little flowers. Let's see. What if I kind of put them in the area of the butterflies? No, kind of not liking them for this. Okay, I think I'm going to start with these. I've got these little hearts here. And this one is black and white striped, which I thought would be so cute on this. Okay, and where do I want to put it? Because I'm going to try to, because I also have a black one that I thought I would use that. Maybe there. I've got some gold. That will look good too, because I've got the gold dots here and there. I think I'm going to stick it right here underneath this butterfly and where it says this day. And let's see here. I've got Inspire, but I mean, I was going to put it by Inspire, but because it's black, I don't want to put it right there. I'd rather have it be a colorful one there. Okay, I've got this pink one here. I think I'll use that one. Okay, don't want to use anything else here. I was kind of thinking about this. Well, I thought about a camera earlier, but then the colors just didn't work. Do I like this rainbow any place? Not really. Okay, I haven't decided, do I want anything else at all on here? I might just figure that is it. Okay, now I'm just looking to see if I got enough color. Yeah, I think it's good to go. I like it. I don't want to overdo it and then think, what was I thinking? I like that. Okay. So I think that's it. The paper, you know, it's like when I put the paper down, I'm thinking, how much does it need? And then I couldn't decide if I wanted to do it very school-like or have it be about her driving, you know, learning to drive. But I got that she got her driver's license. And I decided to kind of make it a little more about her just being a sophomore and then having the little fashion lady here because she always looks so fashionable. And so I think that's it. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And I would like to thank Brandi for that great sketch. I gotta say, I love these papers, and I think, I mean, it's just so, how everything can look so different, just the papers that you pick out. So have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow, and we will be on day 26. So I'll see you then. Close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.